So, today we are going to talk about how to deal with emotions, how to deal with hurt, and how to deal with disappointment. As you are all aware, these are emotions that are part of our lives. At some stage in your life, you will either be the one hurting somebody or somebody will be the one hurting you. You'll either be the one disappointing someone or someone will be the one disappointing you. In some stage, you will go through these emotions, you will go through these experiences, and the way you choose to respond to them, the way you choose to deal with them is entirely up to you, and it's either going to help you grow or it's going to take a lot from you. I'm also going to share a little bit about myself and the tools that I've used in helping me deal with disappointment and hurt and other emotions along the way. We are not immune to these things. We are not immune. You don't have an immunization that say you will not go through hurt, you'll not go through disappointment, you'll not go through emotional trauma, you'll not go through all the fun stuff. We are all going to experience it some stage in our lives. But the sooner you learn how to deal with them and the practices that you put in place to deal with them, the better for you, and the more it's going to increase your quality of life and your sanity. So, for me as an individual and for me as a single mother, one of the things that has helped me overcome disappointment, emotional trauma, and hurt as a single mother and as an individual is active reflection and personal accountability. Active reflection and personal accountability, I believe, are two important tools that you need to overcome trauma, to overcome disappointment, and to overcome hurt and every other emotion that you're feeling or are experiencing. It is harsh, but it is needful. Personal accountability is where you get to take accountability for where you've gone wrong and not pointing finger at the other person. Active reflection is when you take a step back and assess the whole situation logically, you assess it and then go like, okay, this is where I should have done better. This is where I went wrong. You see, very often it is easy to throw blames at the other person. It is easy to let the other person know that you are the reason why I'm here. It is because of you that I'm in this situation. It's because of what you've done to me. It is because of the way you reacted, the way you responded, the way you treated me. It is very easy that way, because when we throw blames at people, when we make them feel horrible for what we are going through, it helps us to run away from the truth. It helps us run away from actually facing ourselves and actually taking a look at ourselves and saying like, I'm sorry, you are not entirely the victim here. You also play a role, or you also play a part in how the things went. But because we don't want to take a look at ourselves and how we may have contributed to where we find ourselves, so therefore we want to throw a finger at the other person and blame them. You are the reason why I'm here. By taking personal accountability for where I was and how I may have played a role in that situation, or what I allowed, moved me from a pit of a victim to a place of a victor. So that means that rather than me playing the victim card, even if I were, I was able to find empowerment in this active reflection and personal accountability by talking to myself and saying to myself, like, Reg, you know what? Actually, you allowed this to happen. You should have walked away. You knew this was wrong, but you went along with it. You should have put your foot down from the very beginning. You should have addressed the situation from the very beginning. You knew this is how things were going to play out, but you went along with it. So stop playing dumb, do the needful, and move on. So engaging in this active reflection and not playing the victim, even if I were, empowered me to be strong enough to get over the hurt, the disappointment, the emotional trauma, and every other emotion that comes with it. Not only that, it helped me to change my responses and to pick an appropriate response to deal with that emotions that I'm facing. It also enabled me to keep moving higher and higher, that I'm not weighed down by self-pity, because the more you feel sorry for yourself, the longer you stay in this situation. So in order for you to be able to deal and to manage your responses to these emotions, hurt, disappointment, trauma, and all that, you must be able to engage in active reflection and personal accountability. This will take the pressure off of you, and this will help you to not victimize yourself, keeping you longer in a situation. Feeling sorry for yourself about a situation and how the situation went down doesn't help in any ways. It only takes from you and it only drains you out. It doesn't change the outcome of the situation. It doesn't change the people involved or the person involved. What it does to you is that it creates more harm than relief. And the longer you victimize yourself, okay, the longer you victimize yourself, the more unhealthy emotions that you start to produce, emotions that will weigh you down and keep you in a depressive state. Meanwhile, when you empower yourself by actively reflecting and taking personal accountability, you move from a victim mindset to a victor mindset. It places you in a place of mastery where your emotions about people, about things, and about situation are well under control, even if it hurts. So